from Abuja.
It's all about the human struggle to raise the level of living. That's what it's all about. I'm Magnus Packle, and this is Magnus Packle GVA. I appreciate you being a part of our show. In view today, Africa and the new giant. We will continue our discussion with Dr. Joe Nnanna on trading with China. But before that, let's take a quick view on the importance of education in Africa. According to the United Nations, about 45 million African children, nearly half the school-age population, have never set foot in a classroom. However, there are signs of hope as more African countries are eliminating public school tuition. Even so, burdens ranging from extreme poverty to the cost of uniforms are still keeping African children out of class. The consequences of a poorly educated population are dire, particularly for a continent with well over 65% of its people under the age of 35. Education is as important to a nation as the human mind is to the human being. To buttress this, Nelson Mandela, speaking strongly on education in Africa, had this to say.
Educating all of our children must be one of our urgent priorities. We all know that education, more than anything else, improves our chances of leading better lives. As we in Africa face the challenges of building a better Africa, no child in Africa, and in fact, anywhere in the world, should be denied education.
Now, how many African countries in their reform and transformation programs have already started public-private partnerships for expanding educational and other development programs? Here is Mandela's contribution to this.
I know that we can reach this goal by pooling our different strengths and assets, and through stronger partnerships with government, business, and civil society, we can make a difference.
Therefore, all hands must be on deck to deliver good quality education for African kids. Still to come, Africa and the new giant. But up next, in our hidden economics for you, beware when shopping. A bigger percentage may not mean a bigger amount. Suppose you live next door to a shopping center and you want to buy a phone that costs $100. Suppose also that you find that 15 minutes away in another shopping mall, the same phone is selling for $10 less at $90. You take this deal and drive 15 minutes away for this purchase that gives you a 10% discount. Now suppose that the next day you were interested in a stereo media system that costs $2,000 at the same shopping center next door to your house. If now you find that that same stereo media system is selling for $10 off in the other shopping mall 15 minutes away, what will you do? You do the math and find that you save only 0.5%. So you decide to buy the stereo system at your local store. Something funny and strange has just happened. You drove 15 minutes away because of $10 when you bought the phone, but you have now declined to save $10 when faced with a stereo purchase because you got fixated on the percentage discount instead of the actual value amount of the discount. This happens to people a lot. So if faced with a situation like this at a store, don't worry about the percentage discount. Think instead about the actual amount you saved or spent. That's what is important for your pocketbook and your happiness. Our Hidden Economics for you. Last time, we started our discussion on China's relations with Africa. We stated that from China's point of view, these relations are shaped by its national development objectives, as well as its demand for energy and other resources. China's increased involvement in Africa has attracted much attention, as China appears ready to offer to Africa what the West has not been able to provide. On the other hand, increased African-Chinese relations has not improved governance issues, which still persist on the continent. But as Dr. Okudjo Nnanna has said, China cannot give to Africa what it does not have. As he also stated, Africa must negotiate what it wants. Please join us as we continue our discussion with Dr. Joe Nnanna. Which formula is better? To have each country arranging its bilaterals with the advanced economies or coming together?
Coming together is a solution.